Ladies and gentlemen, live from Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. It's Wednesday or Saturday, and you know what that means. It's time for AEW Dynamite or Collision Event Center. And now here's the man that will bring you the happenings of AEW All Elite Wrestling action, Mr. Eric M. Lima. Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977, episode number 2280 of the show. Today is May the 28th, 2025, and it is 11:14 p.m., 11:15 p.m., about 45 minutes away from hitting Thursday morning, but I want to get these videos out of the way, upload them as fast as I can, so that way we can move on. I was going to do it before, but somebody's like, can we get Eric in here in this live stream? Next time, don't ask me to be in a live stream when I want to do my videos. I want to do my videos when I can catch up, and I can relax a little bit. But it is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. So it has been a very, very beautiful day, first week. Now it's going to be a yucky weekend ahead. Lots more rain. We're sick of rain. If you use all the rain now, it's going to be a hot, dry summer. And that will not be a good thing, So, anyways, we got the fallout from AEW Dynamite. That's right. And it takes place in El Paso, Texas, the hometown of the late, great Eddie Guerrero, WWE Hall of Famer of mine, I might add. By the way, again, rest in peace to Rick Derringer. That's right, Rick Derringer. He was the composer to the song Real American that was originally used by the U.S. Express, but once they quit, it was handed famously over to Hulk Hogan and became his famous theme song. And also created the Demolition theme song collaborating with Jimmy Hart. And also, congratulations to an AEW couple. That's right. Konosuke Takeshita, the former international champion, married Yuka Sakazaki, the magical girl from also AEW. Congratulations to the two of them. I hope they live happily ever after. And who knew that Konosuke Takeshita has a tender side to him? He's got this mean, big, gruff exterior as part of the Don Callis family, but who knew he'd be such a sweetheart? Outside the ring, found by somebody sweet and nice as Yuka Sakazaki. I'm glad they're married. It's really cool. I can see see them wrestle as a couple one day. It'd be really totally cool. Anyways, so Adam Page addressed the El Paso crowd. I'm talking about All In, about Double or Nothing, and talking about Will Ospreay, and then Swerve Strickland interrupts Hangman Adam Page. And Hangman Adam Page got something referred to him like something that happened last month when Young Bucks, we don't want Swerve to win because it's for you, Hanger. And then Hangman Adam Page kind of looked at him and says, if I did it to you, I would have done it in front of your face. But then they're about to go at it, and Will Ospreay came out and says, hey, listen, I know what's going on, I understand, but we're going to have to work together. We got to make sure the Young Bucks and the Death Riders do not claim this company, right? Do not. And then all of a sudden, he said, if we come together, then Swerve Strickland smacks the microphone out of Will Ospreay, says, I'm not working with that man. And Hangman Adam Page basically said the same thing. It's going to take a miracle to get those two guys to work together against the Death Riders and the Young Bucks. I think if I were Hangman Adam Page, I would cut ties with the Young Bucks because the Young Bucks, man, let me tell you, it's like it's like it's like watching a disaster happen. They smile like a couple of goofballs. And they should have stuck with the TNA tag team name they were given. Generation Me, Max and Jeremy Buck. You got to be kidding me, Max and Jeremy Buck. I mean, seriously, who comes up with, although whoever looks like Jeremy Buck, he looks like, one of them looks like Jeremy Buck, looks like Jeremy Miller from freaking Growing Pains, They are a couple of Growing Pains, if you ask me. In fact, that gives me an idea for a list of mine I'm going to come up with for the top of the Shenanigans charts. The top 10 annoying wrestling personalities. That's right. Top 10 annoying wrestling personalities from WWE and AEW, from wherever. Well, what makes their character annoying or something like that makes me want to go, oh brother, here they are again, you know? So yeah. Anyways, so the mixed trios matchup: Willow Nightingale, Mark Briscoe, Ed Speedball Mike Bailey against Marina Shafir, John Moxley, and Gabe Kidd. All right. During the match, Claudio Castagnoli and Commander got involved, and but in the end, after Mark Briscoe passed out, Death Riders and Gabe Kidd ended up winning the matchup. And then the Hurt Syndicate got a promo on the tag team division. It looks like MJF's giving them some props, so gotta respect that. Also, Megan Bay and Penelope Ford addresses Anna Jay and Harley Cameron as they get ready for their no DQ tag team matchup. Ricochet addresses needing a stable of his own, a crew of his own to lead the pack, to lead the way. Question is, who would be crazy enough who would be dumb enough to be led by Ricochet? Who knows? Well, who knows what Ace Ricochet has up his sleeve? You never know. Then they had the women's tag team matchup: Harley Cameron and Anna Jay versus Megan Bay and Penelope Ford. You know, this is probably the most brutal matchup. This match is somewhat brutal, man, because both Anna Jay and Harley Cameron, I mean, they got themselves busted open. Harley Cameron had her nose broken. I highly doubt we're going to see them on TV for a while, and that breaks my heart. Especially, I love Harley Cameron, so I think I'll wear Harley Cameron's T-shirt tomorrow in honor for her to get well soon. And believe me, I hope she's going to be okay though. But I gotta respect her and Anna Jay. They went out and they didn't, even though they got busted up, they still continued the matchup and finished it. But unfortunately, Megan Bay and Penelope Ford did win the matchup. So. And Mercedes Moné arrives at the arena on a lowrider, honoring the late, great Eddie Guerrero. And then the Ops decided to defend the Trios tag titles against the Frat House. Cole Carter, Griff Garrison, and Preston Vance. The three stooges and you got the fourth stooge, Jack Jameson, and a couple of and a few pledges. What the heck? It's asking for trouble. And then as the Frat House were running their mouths, being goofy and all, Katsuhiro Shibata got to look like, really? And Samoa Joe's like, who the bleep are these guys? And then Powerhouse, I was like, and then Preston Vance guys, we're going to get boo, got right in Samoa Joe's face. The Hobbs decided to make short work with them. Jack Jameson's trying to crack them in the back with a paddle of his, and didn't no effect. I'm like, Jack Jameson, are you jacked up stupid? That's what you are. And then he got himself mollywopped, and then the pledges, they decided to throw the pledges in the ring, and Powerhouse mollywops him to the point where he got the pin on Preston Vance. 1, 2, 3. The Ops retained the Trios titles. Are you freaking seriously kidding me with this? The Frat House, talking about the most annoying personalities, dude. This Jack Jameson's running his mouth, and they look like a couple of Three Stooges playing beer pong. What the heck, man? And then Griff Garrison. Who the bleep is Griff Garrison? I just wanted to say that in honor of the late, great Brody Lee. If you watch the Being the Elite videos, the Dark Order was more than a comedy act on there. It was full, give me my papers. Anyways, and then you got Cole Carter. Well, last time I checked, he was sleeping with the fishes via the D'Angelo family. So figure that one out, right? Oh my goodness. Figure that one out. So Renee Paquette interviewed Jamie Hayter, and Jamie Hayter goes, I don't know what's next. The lights went out. But then when the lights went back on, she has arrived, folks. The Toxic Spider herself, Tekla, after she was fired in Stardom by putting her hands on the president of Stardom, and now she's in AEW. And Tekla being added to that. And she's called herself the Idol Killer. Mina Shirakawa, sweetheart, you better watch your back. She's followed you into AEW. And she knocked out Jamie Hayter. I don't think Jamie Hayter is going to take this lying down. And if I were Jamie Hayter, I would get some retribution. Then they had Mystico video montage. Looking Mystico is coming soon to the AEW. The former Sin Cara. Imagine that, you know. Then you got the TNT title on the line. Adam Cole defending it against Kyle Fletcher with Don Callis on commentary. But Kyle Fletcher was about to... Adam Cole was about to beat Kyle Fletcher. Here comes Josh Alexander got involved, giving Adam Cole the win by DQ. And then Brody King came out with a chair to chase Alexander and Fletcher away with a chair. But then they battled next to decide who would be the next contender to Kenny Omega's Fatal 4-Way Championship for the Kenny Omega's international title. And Brody King ended up winning that matchup. And then Kyle Fletcher says, I should have had that title won. And then him and Adam Cole went at it. Once again, they were brawling. Maybe that match could still happen at All In. Who knows? Then Mercedes Moné and Timeless Tony Storm finally confront each other. They had what to say, and they say, we'll see you at All In. And then they brawl. They try to do each other's finishing maneuvers, but instead, in the end, Mercedes Moné retreated, but Timeless Tony Storm was still in the ring doing her thing. And was triumphant. So, we'll see what happens. This dream match is going to happen All In. Really excited about that. Well, that is all the time we have on the show, episode 2280. Friendly reminder, tomorrow we got Pressure Luck, the final Twin Bell Thursday of May 2025. Also the final episode of Rant and Rave for May of 2025. We head into June next week. That's all there is to it. So I will see you guys later. You guys have a wonderful, blessed day. Good night, everybody. And until next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, take us home. That is all for today's episode of the show. This is Mr. Announcer speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E and do it for Bob Saget production and in association with a Raving Bull for 3000 Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. See you later on the next episode of the show. Goodbye for now.